Hello, kids! Welcome to our lessons in Science 4. And we are now at quarter 2. And this time, let's talk about week 5. And our topic and focus for this week are the terrestrial and aquatic habitats. So, first, let's have our terrestrial habitats, which consist of gardens and rice fields. Gardens designed and maintained by humans provide a unique environment for diverse organisms, while rice fields, carefully cultivated by humans, offer a distinct habitat for various creatures. While seemingly different, both gardens and rice fields share similarities as terrestrial habitats. They both provide a unique environment for a diverse range of organisms influenced by human intervention. Alright, so first, let's talk about gardens. So for the structure, gardens are typically characterized by a mosaic of different plant species, often cultivated for food, aesthetics, or medicinal purposes. They can range from small backyard gardens to large commercial farms. As for biodiversity, gardens support a variety of organisms, including insects, birds, reptiles, mammals, and microorganisms. The specific species present depend on the garden's location, climate, and plant diversity. So for human influence, gardens are heavily managed by humans, with regular watering, weeding, fertilization, and pest control. This can impact biodiversity and the overall ecosystem dynamics. And for examples, we have home gardens, community gardens, vegetable farms, and flower gardens. So nowadays, we also have gardens at school. So we have the Gulayan sa Paaralan, which the students and teachers maintain. So to propagate vegetables, so to plant vegetables, fruits that can help in the community. For some, binibenta nila yung mga products or yung mga vegetables na naka-harvest nila, and kapag sobrang dami din, pinamimigay nila sa students nila and within the community. Alright, so that is the example and the explanation about gardens. Alright, so as for food, gardens can produce fruits such as apples, oranges, bananas, strawberries, grapes, mangoes, avocados, etc. And for vegetables, you have tomatoes, carrots, potatoes, onions, lettuce, spinach, broccoli, peppers, etc. So we also have the pechay. Alright. So for herbs, we have basil, parsley, cilantro, thyme, and the like. For nuts, we also have almonds, walnuts, pecans, hazelnuts, etc. Seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds. Beans, we have green beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, black beans. And for legumes, we have lentils, chickpeas, peas, etc. For other products, we have flowers, so used for decoration, perfumes, and essential oils. We also have medicinal plants used for traditional medicine and herbal remedies, so such as oregano. Alright. Dye plants used to produce natural dyes for textiles and other materials. Ornamental plants used for landscaping and aesthetic purposes. And we also have timber. Some gardens may contain trees that will provide valuable timber. Okay, so this time let's talk about rice fields. So as for the structure, rice fields are flooded agricultural fields where rice is cultivated. They are typically characterized by standing water and monoculture of rice plants. So, because we are a rice-eating country, so marami tayong mga palayan or rice fields na kung saan taniman, no, ng palay at later on nagiging bigas na hinahain natin sa ating mga hapag kainan. Alright, so how about the biodiversity? Rice fields support a unique set of organisms adapted to wet and flooded environment. This includes aquatic insects, amphibians, birds, and fish. So as for human influence, rice fields are highly managed environments with regular irrigation, fertilization, and pesticide use. This can lead to habitat degradation and reduced biodiversity. So of course, kapag fina-fertilize, no, yung lupa, yung mga rice fields natin, so nagiging maganda yung tubo ng ating mga palay. And at the same time, gumagamit din ng pesticides so para naman maalis yung mga insects or hayop na sumisira ng mga pananim. But then, with this use, nagkakaroon din ito ng effect sa habitat degradation and of course, reduced biodiversity. Kasi syempre, naalis yung mga hayop na yun and insects sa rice fields. So for examples, we have paddy fields, rice puddles, irrigated rice fields. Okay, so rice, for rice fields, rice, a staple food for billions of people worldwide. Fish. Rice fields can be source of fish as well, especially in regions with integrated rice fish farming systems. And other aquatic products. Some rice fields can also produce other aquatic products like frogs, snails, and crabs. So sabi kasi nila, kapag yung mga tinatawag nating palakang bukid, yan, so malinis yan. Kasi nga, ang kinakain nila ay mga palay and yung tanim noon sa palayan. Yung mga suso or snails, and for some, they have crabs as well. So other products that we can generate from rice fields, we have straw, used for animal bedding, composting, and other agricultural purposes. Rice husk, used as fuel, insulation, and source of silica. Rice bran, used in animal feed and for extracting oil. So gardens and rice fields are essential sources of food and other valuable products for human and other organisms. So they contribute significantly to global food security and provide a range of benefits for our well-being and the environment. All right. So now, let's have the similarities and differences between gardens and rice fields. So, saan ba nagkakatulad at nagkakaiba ang garden at yung rice fields? So, for similarities, they are both human-modified. Both gardens and rice fields are human-created and managed habitat. So, pareho itong minamanage ng mga tao. And for food production, both are primarily used for food production, providing sustenance for humans and other organisms. So, nakakapag-provide sila parehas ng pagkain para sa tao at sa iba pang mga organismo. And then habitat for wildlife. Both habitats support a variety of wildlife, offering food and shelter for different species. So ano naman yung pagkakaiba? Water presence. Gardens are typically dry, while rice fields are flooded. So malimit na basa, hindi ba? Or binabasa talaga nila yung mga palayan kasi yun ang kanilang kailangan. While as for garden, so hindi naman yun basa, kumaga mostly dry. Alright. Plant diversity. Gardens often have a higher plant diversity compared to rice fields which are monoculture. So for garden, pwede kang mag-vegetable garden, fruit garden, ano pa. So you can have your medicinal garden, yung medicinal plants garden, ano pa, yung mga pwede mong ihalo, yung mga like basil, or rosemary, thyme, yung mga pampalasa, no, you can, or for spices, no, yung mga ginagamit na spices or food. So, ibig sabihin for garden, marami tayong pwedeng iba't ibang variety ng plants na pwedeng itanim. While for rice fields, so monoculture siya, so mostly talagang palay lang yung ating tinatanim doon to produce rice. In management practices, the specific management practices differ between gardens and rice fields, impacting the ecosystem dynamics. Okay, so now, how do we conserve this garden and rice field? So, sustainable practices, promoting sustainable gardening and rice farming practices can help minimize environmental impact and preserve biodiversity. Habitat creation, creating habitat corridors and natural areas within and around gardens and rice fields can enhance biodiversity. And integrated pest management, using integrated pest management techniques can reduce pesticide use and its negative impacts on the environment. So gardens and rice fields, despite their differences, are important terrestrial habitats that provide food and shelter for a variety of organisms. Understanding the unique characteristics and ecological roles of these habitats is crucial for promoting their sustainable management and conservation. Alright, so now let's have aquatic habitats, wherein we're going to discuss seashores and mangrove swamps. So, seashores are coastal environments characterized by crashing waves, sandy beaches, and clear blue water, while mangrove swamps are coastal ecosystems defined by their tangled roots, muddy waters, and dense vegetations. While both are found in coastal regions, they offer distinct environments for aquatic life. So, nakita naman natin, based sa images or pictures that you can see, yung pagkakaiba ng seashores and mangrove swamps. And of course, by their characteristics, so alam natin na magkakaiba, so biodiverse din yung mga species na maaaring tumira at mabuhay sa ganyang klase ng habitats. So now let's describe seashores or seashores. So for its structure, seashores are the interface between land and sea, characterized by fluctuating water levels due to tides. They are exposed to harsh conditions like waves, salinity changes, and temperature variations. As for biodiversity, seashore supports a diverse range of organisms adapted to these fluctuating conditions. This includes marine invertebrates like crabs, barnacles, and sea stars, fish, birds, and marine mammals. So, for key features, so meron itong rocky shores, sandy beaches, mud flats, salt marshes. Each type of seashore offers a unique habitat for different species. And threats, of course, number one would be pollution. Coastal development, overfishing, and climate change pose significant threats to seashore ecosystems. Now let's describe and talk about mangrove swamps. So for its structure, so as what we have said a while ago, mangrove swamps are coastal wetlands dominated by salt-tolerant trees called mangroves. They are characterized by muddy soils, high salinity, and regular tidal flooding. For biodiversity, mangrove swamps are incredibly biodiverse, providing nursery grounds for fish, shellfish, and crustaceans, nesting sites for birds, and habitats for reptiles. Ayan, kasi nga, hindi nagmo-move yung water dyan. So, mostly, dyan yung mga ating mga yung mga reptiles natin like crocodile, okay, alligators, so yung mga sea snakes natin, so dyan sila nagne-nest. Amphibians and mammals. So as for key features, mangrove trees, dense roots, system, muddy sediments, high salinity, and tidal influence. And as for threats, deforestation, pollution, coastal development, climate change, and invasive species threatens the survival of mangrove ecosystem. So we have here some key similarities and differences between seashores and mangrove swamps. So, ano ba yung tulad at pagkakaiba naman ng seashore at ng ating mangrove swamp? So, for similarities, they are both coastal habitats. Both seashore and mangrove swamps are found in coastal regions influenced by the ocean. High salinity, so mataas yung level ng salt doon sa kanilang water. Both habitats are exposed to high salinity due to their proximity to the sea. So dahil malapit sila sa dagat, so mas mataas yung chance talaga na mataas yung salinity level ng tubig dito. And of course, both are important for biodiversity. Both support a wide range of marine and terrestrial species, playing a vital role in the ecosystem. So, saan naman sila nagkakaiba? So, water presence. So, seashores are intermittently submerged while mangrove swamps are perpetually flooded. Dominant vegetation. Seashores lack dominant vegetation. So, wala tayong nakikita dong almost plants, di ba? Wala. While mangrove swamps are characterized by mangrove trees. Then, tidal influence. Seashores experience strong tidal fluctuations while mangrove swamps are more consistently flooded. So, stagnant yung water, most likely. Alright, so how do we conserve this habitats? Of course, protected areas. Establishing protected areas for both seashores and mangrove swamps is crucial for their conservation. Sustainable management. Implementing sustainable fishing practices, controlling pollution, and minimizing coastal development are essential for protecting these habitats. In restoration efforts, restoring degraded seashores and mangrove swamps can help recover their biodiversity and ecological function. Now, seashores and mangrove swamps are vital coastal habitats that support wealth of biodiversity. Understanding their unique characteristics and the threats they face is crucial for their effective conservation and management. So, seashores and mangrove swamps, vital coastal ecosystem. So, how do we protect them? So, protecting coastlines, seashores, and mangrove swamps, and its importance, all right, to the ecosystem. So, what are the importance of seashore and mangrove swamps? So, bakit ba sila mahalaga sa ecosystem natin? So, number one, they protect coastlines. Seashores and mangrove swamps play a vital role in protecting coastlines from erosion and storm surges, creating a natural barrier against the forces of nature. Next, nursery grounds. These habitats provide nursery grounds for a wide range of marine species, offering a safe haven for young fish, shellfish, and crustaceans to grow and thrive. Filtering water. Mangrove swamps act as natural filters, removing pollutants and excess nutrients from the water, improving water quality for marine life. And of course, supporting biodiversity. Seashore and mangrove swamps support a rich array of marine and terrestrial species, creating a thriving ecosystem that is vital for the balance of nature. Protecting animals and plants in their habitats is crucial for maintaining a healthy and balanced ecosystem. So, what can we do and why is it essential? So, reduce habitat loss and degradation. So, support sustainable land use practices that minimize deforestation, urbanization, and agricultural expansion. Promote responsible tourism that minimizes impact on sensitive habitats. Advocate for policies that protect natural areas and promote conservation efforts. Now let's also help combat climate change. Climate change. Reduce our carbon footprint by adopting sustainable energy sources. You're reducing consumption and promoting energy efficiency. Support policies that address climate change and promote carbon reduction. Prevent pollution, reduce our use of pesticides, fertilizers, and other pollutants that harm ecosystems. Dispose of waste responsibly and support efforts to clean up polluted areas, promote sustainable practices in agriculture and industry. And of course, let's support conservation organizations. Donate or volunteer with organizations working to protect wildlife and habitats. Educate yourself and others about conservation issues and encourage responsible actions. And then, why is it essential to have diverse habitats? So, bakit ba mahalaga na mayroon tayong iba't iba at napakaraming uri ng habitats? Kasi of course, we also have a diverse, a wide range of species, plants, animals, so including humans, kasama na tayo doon. So napakarami, and of course, every species, iba't iba yung adaptation nila, and for some, they can really adapt to their environment, pero yung iba, talagang doon lang nila kayang mabuhay. Diverse habitats support a wide variety of species, ensuring a healthy and balanced ecosystem. Each species plays a unique role in the web of life, contributing to the overall health and resilience of the environment. So, ecosystem services. Natural habitats provide essential ecosystem services such as clean air and water, pollination, pest control, and carbon sequestration. These services are vital for human well-being and economic prosperity. Medicinal resources. Many plants and animals provide medicinal resources that are essential for human health and well-being. So, hindi natin napapansin yung mga damo-damo pala sa paligid ay maaari palang maging lunas sa iba't ibang sakit. So, kaya mahalaga din na ingatan talaga natin at yung mga habitats para hindi naman maubos, 'di ba? Hindi naman lahat din para hindi naman lahat synthetic yung gamot na tinitake natin. So, aesthetic and cultural value. Natural habitats provide aesthetic beauty, recreational opportunities, and cultural heritage. They inspire creativity, promote physical and mental well-being, and contribute to a sense of place, 'di ba? Kapag nakakapunta tayo sa isang lugar na mag-green, maraming puno, may mga bundok, parang nare-refresh yung ating mental health, 'di ba? Napapayapa yung kalooban natin, parang nare-recharge yung ating mga katawan at isipan. So, kasama rin 'yon. So, protecting animals and plants in their habitats is essential for maintaining a healthy planet and ensuring our own well-being. By taking action to reduce habitat loss, combat climate change, prevent pollution, and support conservation efforts, we can contribute to the preservation of biodiversity and the vital services that nature provides. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for listening and for being with me throughout this whole 20-minute duration. So I hope you learned something, especially about the terrestrial and our aquatic habitat. So mainly gardens and the rice field, and we also have the seashore and mangrove swamps for the aquatic habitat. So this is Teacher Isa. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you again. And please be with me again for week 6. All right. So thank you and see you next time. Bye.